Bam! What is up with the squad? It's Cess, favorite on TV Uncle Tendencies in the building with Robin Man Media, Mr. Shake My Hand. Happy Monday. Y'all know what it is. Hot takes. Rob, what's happening?
Man, what's happening? What's happening, everybody out there? Man, I hope everybody has a great Monday.
Y'all ain't gonna tell him to cut his mic up no more, is y'all? Mike, he came in here like he about to cut an album. He came in here like he about to cut an album. Y'all don't hear him, Frank Wright. Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's happening?
Hey, listen, I normally I got a mic. Brian didn't use this mug in like 3-4 months. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I said they used to you with just your headset on. He done got his mic. He finna talk today for real. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. I had to whip out the mic today. You know what I'm saying?
We starting to get serious around here. We starting to get serious, man. Okay, let me say this. Y'all know I'm always here for the foolishness. Okay. So yeah, we just was talking backstage, and we really is gonna be committed to being on time with y'all for our shows for y'all, so that y'all know when to expect us. Hot Takes is your lunchtime show, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday too, right?
Yeah,
12 o'clock noon. Y'all look for us. We gonna be y'all lunchtime guilty pleasure too. By the time y'all get finished with us, y'all gonna be so sick. Y'all gonna just be taking in all Cess Talk Sports Robin Man Media content. This to go. We on a push. Welcome to HDI TV coming up at 2 o'clock. Like we on a push. It's a takeover. Let's go. It's a takeover. Let's go. So let me say this first, Rob, because sometimes I miss the foolishness that goes on in the games. I know we're here to talk about the Gamecocks, and we are. But I gotta talk about the Angel Reese thing. I know why you mad. So did you see the I know why you mad comment to O'Dowda?
I didn't. I missed it.
Okay,
that.
so
I heard about it, but I actually missed like the whole situation. So
in the game, she tells her, I know why you really mad. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And then I get to the Discord and I realize that why you really mad is because I'm dating your ex. See, I'm not here. I be missing all the little subtle stuff that be going on in the games, man. But social media keep me up. Social media catch me right back up. So I missed that in the game, but I got caught back up with it, y'all. For those of y'all that put it in the Discord and everything. Yeah, I missed that totally. Okay, I missed it. But yes.
Hold on, time out. Who is she dating? She ain't dating Cam.
Yeah. Wait, no. Wendell somebody Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. Something like that.
Oh, that ain't her. That ain't her last ex. Her last ex was Cam, he's still in college.
No. Angel is dating Odota's ex.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, now that's why Angel, like, I know why you really mad. This ain't about basketball. Come on, y'all. The social media be taking me out. It's hard for me to keep up. Okay, but let's get to these Gamecocks. Yeah, Louis, it's not that early. It's noontime. But it's early on the West Coast. Groovy, what's good? About 9 o'clock on the West Coast. But we're gonna talk Gamecocks. We're here to get a breakdown on the 10 Gamecocks that's in the league right now. 10 Gamecocks is in the league. Asia was out with the concussion, so she missed the game. So I think, yeah, Asia was out with the concussion. We had Aaliyah played this week. Listen, Aaliyah Boston quietly in the MVP conversation. Quietly in the MVP conversation. She's getting deliberate double-doubles out here right now. Kamilla Cardoso. They're not using Kamilla how I thought that they would start using her after that first breakout game, but we did see a lot more action between her and Angel. Kamilla got active, but still not at the level that I want to see her get active at. What did you think? And then Asia too. I didn't come back to you for Asia. So those two.
Yeah, all right. So we're going with Asia and Cardoso. So
yeah, we can start with them two first.
All right. So when it comes to Asia, right? Rough week for her, right? She got to play in one game, got hurt with the nose, concussion injury. It's sad to see, right? Because you're starting to see across the league, man, busted noses all over the place. I'm talking about busted. Every game you turn on, somebody got a busted nose. Somebody going out and concussion protocol because of it. So it's getting ridiculous. WNBA, we got to do something about it, right? It's just getting too ridiculous of people getting their nose busted. But it is what it is, right? It's a physical sport, right? That's the things that you sign up for, right? But Kamilla, it started to look like Chicago starting to figure out how to utilize her on the regular basis. Now that you know that, hey, your point guard that you brought in that everybody hate, that she's out now, right? So now you got to figure out how to play basketball without her. What does that look like? So it looks like everything's going to be played through Angel Reese, and Angel's got to find the Kamilla, which I love that idea because if Angel has the ball in her hand, guess what? That means Camilla's going to get the ball. So I'm here for it. If that's what we going to do for the rest of the season, I'm here for it. But my only thing about it is how many more games is Kamilla going to play before she leaves overseas? Because I think this might be the last week she plays in the States before she goes to play in the Eurobasket. So it's a good sight to see to leave on a good note because it looks like she's about to leave on a high note going overseas.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen, I think last 7 days she averaged like 12.7 rebounds, 2 assists maybe. She had a career high back, with the I think was that against the Mercury? She had that career high. It's the consistency for me. It's consistency for me. I know who Kamilla Cardoso can be, and I'm not even talking about Kamilla Cardoso's consistency. I'm talking about the consistency of the Chicago Sky to utilize her is where my concern is. I had also mentioned Aaliyah Boston. So
I'm sorry.
You may want to talk about Aaliyah too. Asia though, I wanted to ask you real quick about Asia. She's sitting out, right? And so it's AmeriCup, not Eurobasket.
AmeriCup, Eurobasket, yeah, same thing, yeah.
So Asia sits out. And we talked a lot about like what Jewel needed to do, how they needed to show up.
Yeah.
From Asia's perspective, what do you think Asia saw on the court? Right? Because in my eyes, Asia probably is up there trying to see like, how can I impact the game differently? How can I make them better? Did you see things that Asia could do differently based on the way that they showed up without her while she was on the floor?
I mean, defensively, it's just communication, right? One of the things as a player, when you in the game playing versus when you out and you actually get to watch the game without just sit back and watch the game and watch what's really going on, you see the game from a different lens. And so right now she's looking at it from a standpoint of a coaching view, but also a player view at the same time. So when she's looking at this team and the functionality of what's going on, she could tell that, hey, man, we're not getting the sets. The ball is not popping side to side. Defensively, everybody head is not on the swivel. People not in the right defensive places and areas, and we're starting to give up the wrong things as far as, cuts, that unnecessary cuts, layups that shouldn't be getting, easy, too much easy stuff, right? Nobody's working hard to get to nothing. So that's going to be one of the things she talked about with the team, especially defensively, because that's one thing she was upset with, the defense. It ain't really come up too much publicly, but she was upset with the defense. So them getting on the right track defensively is one of the things that she could definitely going to talk to the team about. But offensively wise, it's going to be more about, getting the ball side to side, making the ball pop. And that's the thing I think you'll see when she comes back is the ball's going to be popping. And she's going to be able to operate in open space because the thing about it is when you go to a box score and you see 0 points from all the bigs, you know how Asia's feeling in that situation. Like, yo, if I'm out there on the floor, we get the dub.
I also like that she said up in the box, away from the coach.
Yeah,
away because now she's not hearing what they saying. She's not hearing what they saying back and forth. She can go and watch with her own eye, her own lens, her own thoughts. And from the perspective of what she sees when she's on the floor and what that field looks like. So,
the only back and forth she having is with her and Bam talking about basketball. That's the only back and forth she having.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. But it's also it's not a whole bunch of other people's thoughts or ideas going into her head either. Like as a leader, what you see, what you're gonna come out there and execute. So I'm looking forward to getting Asia back on the floor. I don't know if she's been confirmed to play on Tuesday, but I hope that she's playing Tuesday. But go ahead.
I mean, to be honest with you though, her and Bam is like the best couple because Bam is one of them defensive minded players that does everything for Miami, and so they're kind of like in the same boat. It's just Asia has more talent than Bam has on his team.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out where the talent going. Because breaking news, Ja Morant asked for a trade.
I've seen some this morning, because they traded Baines.
Hey, yeah, they say he came and say, what y'all think I'm gonna do here? Get me up out of here.
So I think either him or JJ gonna be traded. I think it's gonna be more than JJ. I don't think they're gonna trade Josh. If they trade Josh, man, you
Here's
might
the thing. Once Ja asks for a trade, how do you keep him?
You got to upgrade the roster, right? That's something you can do. Listen,
who do you? And I know we talking Gamecocks, but now I got to ask you this: who do you think you bring in to Memphis that makes Josh say, "Okay, I'll stay here"?
You gotta go try to get Giannis.
Giannis in Memphis.
You gotta go try to get Giannis. That's something you can do. Like KD ain't gonna come there, right? So the big name is Giannis. That you got to go make a swing for him. If you ain't gonna get Giannis, if you're not gonna go get Giannis or take an attempt to go get Giannis, you might as well trade. You might as well trade Josh. You wasting his time.
Man, listen. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. Well, we'll see where Ja end up then, because I don't see Giannis being like, yeah, I'm on my way to Memphis.
No, I don't think so either. I think he ends up in one of the Texas teams. I think that's where Giannis gonna end up at.
You think they're gonna try to put him with Wemby?
I think he ends up with one of the Texas Warriors, that is Houston, or whether that's Dallas, or whether that's San Antonio. One of them Texas teams, and where Wemby gonna end up at.
I'm gonna tell you, I hope that it's not Houston. Like, y'all leave Houston alone. Just let Houston build. Don't try to superpower that team all of a sudden now. Let that young squad just come along, man. Don't interrupt that. Don't interrupt that.
They're trying to put KD in Houston. So that means San Antonio will be the one that's trying to get Giannis. Like, that's what they're trying to do. I'm just telling you what you know what I'm saying, word on the street is. Oh, they're trying to send KD to Houston, which that'll mean Giannis will go to San Antonio.
Oh yeah, Lou, somebody kid loose in the chat. It looked like somebody who probably got put out before and trying to come back. We don't even worry about it. So Leah Boston averaging 13.9 points, 7.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists. I say she in the conversation for MVP. What say you?
And I like, for me, man, it's the more and more I watch Indiana, the more and more I get frustrated.
Really? Why?
Because I like, for me, Aaliyah Boston should be averaging 20 and 13, easy, and she's not, and she's like not touching the ball a lot of times. So it's frustrating to watch, because it's like, man, you got this talent where she can hit a mid-range shot. She extended her game to the 3-point line, and she can score on a low block, and she loves to play out of pick and roll situation, makes the game easy, and she's a willing passer, and we're not utilizing that for her to be successful. So it's frustrating to watch them play. But now that, I guess, CC's back, I guess she goes back into, like, they can play into their pick and roll or pick and pop situation for her to be successful. But I think her numbers by the end of the season should look around 18 and 12. 18 points to a rebound and about 3 to 5 assists, anywhere between somewhere in there.
So I think Caitlin been out the last 4 games.
Yeah.
You could definitely see a difference. You can definitely see a difference in her numbers. Like, minutes up, numbers down. Minutes up, numbers down. Caitlin games, she's playing 26, maybe 29, 36, couple games, but between 26 and 35 minutes a game, right? 17, 10, 27, 24, 19. Closer to that 20 that you're talking about in most of those games.
Yep.
Some blowouts, not so much. But I think that works. Thanks,
yeah, I mean, she should be easier 20 and 12. 20 and 12, that should be light work, right? Is it hard to get 20 and 12? It is, but the position that Indiana puts her in, as far as rebounding and doing all the heavy lifting on rebounding, and then offensive wise, you know what I'm saying, the pick and pop situation or pick and roll, she should better get 20 points. It's just she gotta get shots up, but it's hard to get shots up when you got people doing other things on the team.
So what is the Caitlin coming back, you think fixes that?
It fixes because it puts another threat on the floor, right? And when you got another threat on the floor from that you got to guard her from 30 feet, it opens the spacing of the floor because you have to guard her so far out because of her long range shooting. From what her long range ability to shoot, not saying that she shoots it consistently, but the ability to shoot it and go in, you have to guard her further out. So now when you go to that pick and roll, that gives Aaliyah Boston more room to operate when you go into a pick and roll because all Kellen doing is just dumping over top of their head and allowing Aaliyah to make decisions out of it.
Got it. Got it. So we got Aaliyah, Asia, to me both still in the MVP conversation. Kamilla Cardoso, if they would use her, could be. It's a really good time to be a Gamecock fan of the
No.
WNBA, right? But somebody that's concerning me is Zaya Cook. Minutes is
told you,
going down.
I
Minutes
told you with
going
Seattle,
down.
man.
Minutes going down. Do we need to get Zaya out of Seattle?
I
Zaya
told you
was
about
hooping.
I told you
Talk
about
to me.
Seattle. I don't trust the coach up there because she's inconsistent. You could be in a rotation this week and out of rotation next week, and then in rotation, then out of rotation, in the rotation, and out. She's so inconsistent when it comes to the bench of who's in the rotation, who's out of rotation. It'll frustrate you. I'm not a big Quinn fan. That coach. I just don't trust her. In general, and I don't trust her coaching staff. So seeing as I could go there, I was already skeptical. Like, man, I don't know. But it's like there should be minutes available because Sky Diggins should come out the game. E Will should come out the game, which would allow her to play. And we're not seeing that. And then
Oh
in
yeah,
the
we
game,
because we.
and then in the game where a team went completely zone for you the entire game and you didn't have her out there for shooting abilities, I was blown away.
Okay. So I'm looking at this and I think she played like 15 minutes against Dallas on the third.
But she could have played
And,
more minutes there.
against Golden State, and maybe she's not getting on the floor because it's a close game. I don't understand that though, because she doesn't lose you games. And right, Justin. Sadly, she didn't get a lot of minutes in LA, and to me that was mismanagement by Kurt Miller. But at this point, like I need for her to be able to get on the floor and play. We
Yeah,
looking at
I
we
mean
looking at we looking
and
at
that's
we
the
looking at
thing.
team Chicago. Like to me, Chicago could have used Isaiah Cook on the bench. The Las Vegas Aces, we could have used Isaiah Cook on the bench to come off the bench to be able to score. But your thoughts? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, man. You hit it right there in the head, right? Mismanaged with Kirk Miller, in LA. But now you went to another like coaches that don't like to play young players. That's the sad part about it, right? How many franchises in the W really like playing younger players? And you're starting to notice a pattern across the league. Like it ain't too many franchises willing to play younger players and be comfortable with playing them and playing them a lot of minutes on the floor. So it's
So
it's
you say Zaya need to try to get to Washington?
yeah. I mean, Washington, Connecticut,
I was just gonna say Connecticut. Like they need help in Connecticut. They need.
Dallas right now because you know what I'm saying. Dallas might trade for Zaya Cook just to get DJ up out of that thing where it's going down there. And could you imagine like that swap, right? If she goes to Dallas with DJ, she gonna play in Dallas. Then on top of that, Seattle could use DJ. But I don't know if that I don't know how that helps Quinn though, because Quinn their personality might crash.
Shoot, I was gonna say she should have tried to catch the bus with Lee to Dallas. Lee just went to Dallas.
Yeah, I mean they should have just traded for both of them.
I definitely think it could have helped. I don't know. I'm concerned. I was excited at first for Zaya. Zaya is one of my concerns. So I got a panic button going a little bit on Zaya. I'm not sure that she gonna be able to. She gonna get a lot more run in Seattle. I'm not a Quinn fan. So before the trade line, before the trade deadline, I'm gonna be looking to make a push to move Zaya if we don't see the minutes coming up. But I don't see that the minutes are gonna come up. I see Seattle is comfortable with what they're running.
Mm-hmm.
they have found like their rotation, and unless somebody gets hurt, Zaya's not in it.
Well, side note. Speaking of, we was asking for Mackenzie Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where she ends up at?
Is she in Seattle?
She's in Seattle.
Wow.
So no wonder why the Aces couldn't sign her, because she's already going to Seattle. Right.
Okay.
It's official today, but yeah, she signed with Seattle.
I wonder when they cut that deal though. Like,
clearly they cut the deal before the Aces cut the deal with the other. Like clearly it was already in the works. It was just a matter of, what I'm saying, letting some days pass and let the trade go through and all that. So
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh man. Well, we got Asia coming back. Let's take a minute to talk Atlanta Dream Gamecocks. Atlanta Dream Gamecocks. First of all, I told y'all, Alicia Gray, Tahina Paopao, one of the duos I didn't know I needed in my life. They are hilariously funny. I really enjoyed the presser. I love seeing Gamecocks playing together. I love that this is going to be something that we see going forward. So we got two teams with two Gamecocks on them this season. Is that right?
Yeah. Vegas and Atlanta.
Yeah. You can tell that. I mean, you can tell that everybody in Atlanta is pouring into Tahina, right? Tahina Paopao is in a great spot. Like she said, she's all about ATL. ATL is all about Tahina Paopao. She couldn't have landed in a more perfect spot for her. And quietly, Smesco might be the new coach hire of the year so far.
Yeah. What they did was they adopted to New York, right? They built this team to face New York. At the end of the day, you can say what you want to say. When you went out and got Brittany Griner, you went out and got Bree Jones, and then came and drafted Paopao, you were drafted to play against New York more than anything else, because you already played New York tough last year. You just couldn't get over the hump. Now you're like, hey, we got something for Sabrina. We got something for Jacquel. You got to deal with Ryan Howard at the 3, and now you got Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray gets to have her way, and then we got Jordan Canada, and now we got, when you want to bring in Johannes, we got Paopao. So we got they literally tried to match everything up, position by position, to face New York. It's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to my Gamecocks pulling off that fantasy win for me yesterday. Tahina Paopao, Kamilla Cardoso coming through. Getting that win for me.
When you look at MVP talk right now, I don't understand why they're not bringing up Alicia Gray. She should be top 3.
She in my conversation.
Yeah, she should be top 3 right now for MVP talks. I don't understand why they're not bringing that up though.
Yeah, I mean, Alicia Gray right now is probably more in the MVP conversation than Asia. Only because the team is doing better.
Yeah, I mean, they got to continue to grow. They got to continue to grind. And this is what the first. We're still almost into that first quarter of the season. For some teams, play more games than some teams. Some teams already play 13, 14 games. Some teams still just only play 10 games. So it's a lot of catching up to do. But a lot of the catching up that the teams that's behind going to play a lot this week. So you're going to see a lot of teams that's been behind on the schedule. They finna have they got at least 3 games this week. So a lot of the leagues are catching up.
Paopao shooting percentages in the dub right now, 50, 45, 100. 50, 45, 100. She ain't missed a free throw. I don't know how many she took. She ain't missed none. 50% from the floor. She shooting 45.5 from 3. She playing 10 minutes. She playing about 13 minutes. Yeah. But she played 17 minutes yesterday. She had 16 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. No turnovers. 75% from the floor, 66% from 3. Paopao is hooping in the moments that they give her to play. I have to give it to her. That was good show of her. Go ahead.
You know why she's so trustable right now? It's because she don't turn the ball over. She's consistent with the ball. She understands what her assignment on defense. She's not complaining. She's moving the ball. She's getting the ball and the ball just, the energy's coming back to her, and she's knocking out her shots. It's easy to stay on the floor.
Yeah, Paopao got about 9 turnovers on the season. 9, 11, probably like 11 turnovers between regular season and preseason. For a rookie, Not bad for a rookie that was playing like she was. Not bad. Not bad. Plus, I feel like Powell's defense is keeping her on the floor. I don't think people are talking about
Her
like
minutes, her minutes is going to go up, even though Jordan Kennedy came back and her minutes suffered. Her minutes are going to start going back up because she's consistent. And when
yeah.
anytime you got for consistency, you're going to have opportunity to be on the floor.
Oh, plus Powell's working. You can see Powell turning into just a pro. Gina Papa was a pro. But y'all
Not
tell me
turning
about
into
the guard. Y'all
no,
tell me about the
she's
go
not
ahead.
turning into a pro. She's already a pro.
Yeah,
That's the
Tina
difference.
Papa was a pro. But you're seeing her grow into a pro. She was a rookie. She didn't come in with rookie with pro habits. She's growing into a pro. So I like that. I like the way she's attacking. I like the way that they pouring into her. Um, yeah, I'm loving it. You can see her growth. You can definitely see her growth versus other players who you gonna say is a pro right now, but they don't look like pros because they haven't had the opportunity to look like pros, like Anissa Morrow. I'm so surprised that Anissa Morrow has fell out of the rotation. I don't. I'm shocked that Morrow didn't play yesterday.
I'm not,
Um,
but that's
I'm shocked for all of the. I mean, who else Connecticut got to play? Why not? So that's throwing me. That's throwing me off. So when we talk about just preparation, people being
I'm gonna
ready,
tell
and
you
I
why
know
it's not throwing me off.
I know she, and I don't want to pick on Morrow because I know that she was injured. So I don't know how much of that is her coming back from injury or whatever. But for her not to play at all, like one of the things that I was looking forward to was the Morrow Reese matchup. So a little disappointed in that. Go ahead.
The reason why it doesn't shock me at all is because I know when they play against their true dogs, she don't never play.
But you got to get her on the floor so we can see who she is, though, Rob. Got to
Listen,
get her on the floor.
I
I hear you.
listen. When they play the true dogs in the league, she never gets off the bench.
Yeah, but y'all told me that she's a dog, so let's go.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen. I try to,
no,
this is why you
come on.
this is why you have to explain things to people because when people be like, "Hey, she should be playing," tell me why she should be playing. She ain't
Connecticut.
did nothing. Come on now.
They said Connecticut has nothing to lose. And he should be playing. What they got to lose, Rob? For real.
All right, so listen, check this out. There is a such thing as you can go in there and you can put her in situations and she can lose all confidence and be demoralized because she can't do nothing out there on the floor. People recognize that, right? So what they're doing is they're protecting her by not playing her more than just putting her out there and she lose confidence and she's gone for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
That's a such thing with that.
absolutely. And I agree. Yeah, and I think that's what you were saying, Pop. Pop came in with, I mean, Rob, that's what you were saying. Pop came in with pro habits. She was a pro. Like they say Chloe is a pro. That was
Yeah.
her reason for staying an extra year at SC. She improved on her defense, decision making, and shooting percentage. She got her body in shape. She got
So
her
so
body
here's,
by Molly.
well, yeah,
Go ahead.
here's the difference. When I say she's a pro, right? Is you don't grow into and come in a pro. You either walk in, you're a pro, or you're not, right? Can you create pro habits? Yes. When you out there, you're a pro. Like all that's out the window. If you come out there, you're a pro. You don't. It's not something that you learn into. You could grow on being and having pro habits because guess what the pros don't do? The pros really truly don't develop you, right? They might teach you a skill set for you to be better, but they don't teach you how to be a pro. There's no such thing as teach you how to be a pro. Now you can learn skill sets to help you develop to enhance your pro skills, but there's not a such thing as them teach you to be a pro, right? That's what you do in college. That's what you do in high school. You're learning how to be a pro at that point. Once you get in there and you step on that floor, you're a pro. You gotta understand what comes with the job, and if you don't understand what comes with the job, you're gonna be out the league, and that's the difference with people that stick in the league versus people that's out of the league. That's the difference. You didn't have pro traits, right, of understanding that hey, I got to be taught these certain skill sets, and I got to take advantage of these skill sets for me to be successful in the league. If I don't, I'm out of the league. That's the difference between a pro and a non-pro. To Jeremy's point, so the Suns don't make sense not to play Morrow. She's a first round pick, and they have nothing to lose right now. Let's see what she can do, except her riding on the bench. All right, so Jeremy, let me explain something to you. All right, I get everybody infatuation with Anisha Morrow. I get it, right? What y'all don't get is the psychological, the things outside of basketball pieces that you can ruin this kid before she even gets started. You could throw this kid out there who does not have pro-ready traits right now, that hasn't built, that doesn't have the confidence to go out there and be successful right now. You could kill that kid so bad, and she could be damaged goods after one season.
So are you a pro when you get here, or you can learn some pro traits? Because here's the thing: if you telling me that she can't be on the floor when the dogs is out there, when is she gonna be able to be on the floor? If she can't be on the floor when the dogs is out there,
she's not ready.
What's gonna get her? What's gonna get her ready? Practice.
What's gonna get her ready is the off season, right? She needs to go through a full off season of just training, working on her body, working on her strength. Things like this is what she needs to really work on, right? Improving her shooting, certain things, that aspects of dribbling that she needs. That's what's going to help her gain transformation to the dub. She doesn't have that right now, right?
So is she a pro?
She's not a pro right now. She needs to learn some pro habits, right? And get with some trainers in the off season to learn some pro habits for her to be a pro. She's not a pro right now. Let me tell you why
I'm disappointed in that. Let me tell you why I'm disappointed in that. Because she's taking up a spot that somebody that was already pro ready could be doing.
True. That is true. But y'all keep saying, hey, she's a first round pick. Just because you're a first round pick does not mean that you're supposed to be playing. You know how many first round picks they didn't got cut in the dub? Because they didn't have because you thought they was pro ready and they wasn't. Because of the physicality of the dub, because of their skill set of the dub, like all that comes into consideration. Just because you're a first round pick does not mean you're supposed to play. Like it just does not.
I tell y'all all the time, the draft ain't nothing but a fashion show. Pick your outfit, get your hairstyle, take some pictures. Getting drafted and sticking in the WNBA are two different things. I'm not interested in who gets drafted, who sticks. I don't care who got drafted. 36, 37, 38 of them get picked every year. 8 to 9 of them stick in the league. I'm not interested in the other 20, whatever. I'm just not.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Y'all telling me that, and Nicole is saying that she's working on her mental. So you're sitting on the bench, not pro ready, right? Not a pro yet. Got to get some pro habits. Got to get your mental together. Yeah. Got to work on your shot. And we're gonna pay you this year so that you can do that in the off season. But I got players like Bree Hall and Deja Kelly and all these other players that were ready, but didn't get signed because it wasn't enough money on their team. But we're gonna tuck you away and pay you to get ready. Help me understand that.
So check this out, right? You're trying to compare Sanaya Rivers and Morrow, and they're in two different situations. Sanaya Rivers lost her mom, so she's going through a grieving period, which has nothing to do with basketball. We're talking about basketball when it comes to why Ness is out on the floor, right? I'm telling you right now.
Sanaya Rivers and them do two different things, though, Rob. Like Sanaya Rivers walked in. Sanaya Rivers' mom passed, but we saw Sanaya on the floor before her mom passed, right?
Right. But what I'm saying is you're people are trying to compare them two right now. I'm going based on what the chat is talking
about. You mean situations. You mean
situations. Right. The situations are different, right? And so when you can't take Sanaya Rivers not playing yesterday and things like that, or her sitting on that is something that don't have nothing to do with basketball. Why she ain't playing? Morrow is all about basketball of why she's not playing. She don't have the confidence. If you go out there and kill this girl confidence, I'm telling you, by next year you won't even know who she is no more. You won't even be thinking about her. So that's your point. She had to rock.
Rivers been playing since her mom passed. That's what I'm saying. Rivers been playing since her mom passed. She been on the floor. So
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Rivers
has Morrow doing.
So you know what Rivers did? Rivers got with Marina, right? She got with Mayberry.
Yeah.
She tried to enhance her pro skills so she can get her butt on the floor.
Okay. So here's I guess where I'm missing that is this. I see Tina Charles, right? In the middle of games. I see Tina Charles in the middle of games coaching the people playing against her. Angel, you know why you got your shot blocked? Because you should have did a pump fake. Try a pump fake next time. These are conversations that she's having with players that she's playing against. So in my mind, I can only imagine that the conversation that she's having with Anissa Morrow. So I'm like, okay, this is great for Anissa Morrow. Connecticut might not do very well this season, but as far as development, understanding pro habits, all of that, how to stick in this league, man, you can't be in a better situation than right here with Tina Charles. I'm not seeing that turn into what I thought it was. Am I rushing it? What y'all think?
I mean, they quote unquote try to say she was hurt at the beginning, right? I gave you that. But the first thing I said to anybody, the position that you're going to try to play her at.
Oh yeah, we had that talk. Let's go.
Yeah, she does not have the skill set to play the position you're trying to put her at, right? So now you're telling me that, hey, she's got to go up against a dog night in and night out. If you put her at this position, she's gonna have to go through a schedule and a gauntlet of she's got to place against a dog every night, right? Mm-hmm. She already not mentally fragile for that situation. And then you're gonna go out there and put her against a dog, like she's got to go up against, like just imagine. All right, you got to go through Fee, you got to go through Stewie, you got to go through Asia, you got to go through Angel, right? Them your 4-game slates. What do you think that kid gonna do? But you telling me keep running out there, right? What you think gonna happen?
Here's the thing, though, Rob. Here's why. And I'm not pushing back on you, but I'm pushing back on the narrative that they was giving me, right? Because we said all of that. We said all of that, and they was like, no, she's a dog. No, put her out there. No, she gonna do this. No, she gonna do that. And see, what I told y'all was, they was like, oh, look at Niece. What number did she go? She went 7 like Angel. She gonna do more than Angel. They threw Angel out there in the fire against Alyssa Thomas. Remember? Yeah. Clothesline. What you gonna do? You gonna get up and beat somebody in this league, or you gonna lay down and take your ass home? Angel got up.
All right, so
throw her in the fire then. If she is who y'all told me she is, put her in the fire. What you mean her mental ain't there?
I said, here's why everybody's pushing for her to play so much and why they get so frustrated, right? Talk. Because you go and watch Kiki at Washington and say, oh, she can do the same thing. But you got to realize Kiki is a lot bigger than Anissa Morrow is. Like,
Kiki came in her mental was different. Her mental state, her mental preparation coming into the league was different too. She came in and body slammed somebody. She came in and set a tone.
Yeah, Kiki is done 3 more inches taller than her. She's more bulkier. Her body is more bulky and physical than her, and she can go through that. Alyssa Morrow's not that. You're letting the height and what they put on this on the paper lie to you. She ain't 6'1". Mm-hmm. She more 5'11", 6 foot. She looks small when she listen. If you told her to go match up one of these players right now, she looks small. She can't handle the physicality of them players yet. It's just what it is.
I agree. So here you go. Her confidence is not going to build up if you have her on the bench. So where do you? So the other thing that we don't know is what she's doing in practice. We don't know what she's doing in practice. So there's that too, right? But let's go.
So you don't build confidence in games. You build confidence in practice.
Let's go.
I mean, get your butt in the gym, start making some jump shots, see it go through the rim. That's when you build your confidence in, right? When the lights, when the lights turn off and you ain't in the arena and you in a practice facility, what the hell are you doing? That's when you build your goddamn confidence at.
But see, here's the thing though. We talked about this too, is are you working on the right things in the gym? If you in the gym shooting the shots that you always make, doing the things that you always do, what are you developing? Are you growing? Are you preparing yourself? Are you building confidence for what you're going to be asked to do on the floor? So I don't know. I don't know much. I don't know much about the team around her and the support around her and how they're pushing her to develop it. So I don't know. So fans let me know, but I ain't seeing it, Rob.
All right, so check this out, Cess. If I go through college, right, and I know, hey, listen, I can just throw the ball up there, I can go get it back, I can go put it back, I can just clean up the glass, right? I don't really gotta play with a high motor, but I can play with a motor. It look like I'm playing with a motor because I can just out hustle people and beat people to the boards. Well, when you get to the W, that shit don't work no more.
Let's talk about it. Let's go.
So now, guess what? You have to figure out, right, where am I getting my shots at? Right, when you seen her play the last game, right, when she came out, the first shot she took was a 3 from the wing. You ain't seen Anissa take a 3 from the wing and win. Where? How? Where? It's been that. That's been that.
I don't. DePaul.
So when you talk about her in the sense of, does she understand where she's going to get her shots at during the game, and who is she playing with on the floor, right? Or are you going to be playing with Tina Charles on the floor? Because you're playing with Tina Charles, where are you getting your shots from? Now, if she ain't on the floor, where are you getting your shots from? And do you go to the gym and practice where you're going to get your shots from? Because if you're not going to the gym and understanding where you're going to get your shot from on the floor, it don't matter what the hell you doing at gym. When you get on that floor, you're not going to be successful.
But okay, from her standpoint, isn't it a better role to where she's trying to get, if instead of trying to be on the floor with Tina Charles, if she's coming in behind Tina Charles trying to be, you know, she can't, like, I guess a mini Tina Charles, if they're gonna force her to play that role, if they're like, if Connecticut is saying, hey, we're gonna play you at the 4, we're not gonna give you a chance to move to the 3 and be where we think you can be better, then I think it's better for her not to be on the floor with Tina Charles. Like, try to mimic Tina until you figure out who you are. I don't know. Listen.
So the best thing for her to do, right, is not to play with Tina Charles, right? Because she wants to play in the low block area. She wants to play mid post, right? That's the same thing Tina Charles want to do. So you'd rather her not be on the floor so you can have more space to operate.
How I know she's not in the gym? Because she ain't on the floor. If she was in the gym, she would be on the floor. If she was in the gym, hooping, if she was in the gym and in practice hooping, she'd be on the floor. You think she busting her ass in the gym and in practice, and they just got her sitting over there taking L after L after L? But Sanaya Rivers and them could get out there, talk to me, Benji, baby, let's go. That's how I know. She
in the gym. She just ain't working on the right shit. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, hey, listen. One thing about it, and I'm gonna tell you like this. One thing about it, as a coach, you know who in the gym, you know who ain't in the gym. If you in,
here's the thing,
and she not putting no extra work in. That's the thing about it. When I'm saying in the gym, that means you're putting in and when we in practice, you're still shooting. When we before we get to practice, you already on the goddamn floor shooting. You're doing something to get better. That's what I mean, not in the gym.
Let me tell you something. When I'm talking about in the gym, I mean that you're in the gym on your own, not in the gym when the team is in the gym. Because if you in the gym on my time, then you in here to work out. You in here to work on what I'm in here to work on. So if you in here when the coaches is in here working on stuff, you in here to work on what I'm working on. You need to be in the gym working on what you need to work on to execute what it is I'm doing in the game. So if you showing up practice after practice and you can't get on the floor to even execute that, your ass ain't in the gym working on what it is you need to be doing as an individual to be the best thing that you can be on this team. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to me about that. That's where I'm at with it. That's how I know she's not on the floor. That's how I know she's not in the gym. If you're only in the gym when the team is in the gym, your ass ain't in the gym. If you in the gym when the team is not in the gym and you working on the same shit that you just been working on, going through your same shooting routine and your same dribbling routine and your same layup package, you ain't working on the shit that you need to work on to be a pro in this league. She needs to be in the gym working on who the fuck she needs to be a Connecticut Sun, not Anissa Morrow. What does Anissa Morrow need to bring to the Connecticut Sun? That's it.
Hey, Benji, baby.
In the gym working on that.
Hey, Benji, baby, don't let that shit at LSU fool you. Fake hustle is a real thing. Like, don't let fake hustle fool you, man. Don't let fake hustle fool you. That's what it's doing. It's fooling you. Fake hustle. That's what that's called. Fake hustle. Hey, man, just because you get double doubles, man. Hey, listen. Some of that shit can be fluffed up, faked up, all type of stuff. Don't let that shit fool you, because when you get to the league, all this big time motive that y'all be talking about, and she a dog and this, that, and the third. What is it getting her in the league? Hey, because guess what? If you play with a motor, guess what? If you play with a motor, that doesn't go nowhere. That does not go anywhere. It shows up no matter where you at.
Yeah, Benji, like you said, Angel.
And if you think I'm lying, hey, listen, if you think I'm lying, just go to Phoenix, right? They playing Musa, right? And all she does is play with a motor. She don't impact the game, but just play with a motor. Just run around, call whoever they tell her to guard, go rebound, whatever, go do whatever they did to you. She not doing that. But you can't say, hey, the kid plays with a motor. She has incredible work. Stop letting this stuff at LSU fool y'all. They not down there developing nothing. They just want you pro ready. That's what they want. They want you pro ready. That's it. Give her time. Listen, we try to give her time, Josh, but y'all keep telling her she needs to play. I told you that from the get-go. Hey, man, I need to get this kid time. She not ready. Everybody like, oh no, she needs to play. It's Connecticut. She's a first round pick. Da, 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 da. She's not built like that. You just starting to see it for your own eyes. If she was built like that, if she's putting the extra work in, guess what happens? The minutes would increase. They would put her in the game faster. She would be the 6th or 7th person. She would be the 6th or 7th man, which would be the first 2 people off the bench. She not even be the first 2 people off the bench.
So I got a question. I got a question about Morrow. I got this question about Morrow. Do you think if she'd have went to a different team, right? Because you got a new coach in here, new system. They figuring out Connecticut might be for sale. Connecticut is kind of it's not a dumpster fire, but they are they're in a transition, right? Do you think that if she'd have got drafted to a Minnesota or another more established team, that she would have been able to develop and get on the floor faster than at Connecticut with that type of already a winning system already established?
She's not getting on the floor in Minnesota. Minnesota don't even like playing young players. Like
I don't, but I'm okay if she doesn't get on the floor for Minnesota, because Peely didn't get on the floor for Minnesota the first year, but Peely ass is out there this year, right? So I'm okay even if you don't get on the floor, but we saw Peely get out there and we saw Peely keep working. They didn't cut her. But Anissa Morrow, to me, she looks defeated. I'm looking on the bench like, is she even over there? Man, she had her coat zipped up. I had to look down to see the white leg sleeve. Like, oh, that's her right there. She doesn't even look like she's going to get in the game next week. Like, today, you don't look like you're going to play next week. To me, that's more demoralizing and defeating for a player that got drafted to be a pro than you put me out here and I got cooked. As a hooper, I can go out there and get cooked and be like, man, she cooked me. And I got to go in the gym and get better. But I didn't even get a chance to get out there and get cooked, and I'm just sitting here. What the hell, man?
So Cess, check this out, right? Because there's more things outside of just playing on the court, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say I give you an assignment, I say, hey, go watch this tape, right? And I need you to tell me everything that you see wrong in this situation.
Okay.
And I give you a whole night to do it, right? Mm-hmm. You come back tomorrow and you can't figure out what that problem is because you ain't watched the film. Should I play you?
You didn't do your work.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you is they put her out there on the floor, right? She made some mistakes. They say, hey, go back and watch your own self in these mistakes and come back and show me what it is. If you can't do that as a pro, you're not going to be successful, because guess what? You know where you learn your best from? It's not from you being on the court. It's from you learning from your mistakes on film and being able to understand where those mistakes are at.
Okay.
So people, when y'all think about it's just basketball, I'm telling you that it's not just basketball, because it's the off the court stuff. You prepare for off the court stuff, right? You prepare about watching film, getting in the gym, working out, and developing a skill set. Right now, she's missing some of those attributes, right? Mm-hmm. What is her skill set for her to be successful in the league? Are you watching the proper film for you to get better from your mistakes that you've already made in the league? Right? Are you training at a high level, and are you shooting in a rhythm for game time situations, or are you just going through the motions and shooting? Like, it's the little things that the reason why you don't get on the floor. It don't always come down to basketball. It's the little things that happen that you don't even realize why that player ain't on the floor, and you think it's just basketball. It ain't just basketball. It's more things outside of basketball why you're not on the floor. So I just want people to clarify things of when you look at why this girl is not on the floor, it's the little things that come outside of just basketball or why people don't get on the floor.
Two things. They said, who told you she's not doing any of that? And then and I forgot about that part. Miss D, what's going on? Her mom is a coach. I forgot about that part. So how do you, you saying you think her mom is telling her this? It's professionalism, you right? Y'all think she likes professionalism? Because my question to Rob was, you told her to go watch the film. If ain't nobody ever showed you how to watch film, could that be the issue?
All right, so check this out, right?
And I mean, it sounds silly, but watching film ain't cutting the game on. And watching the game, there's a way that you watch film. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's the part that people don't remember. I get, Banji baby, I get that you're trying to stress your point, and how I don't know. I got too many girls that's in college. I got girls that's professionals right now. So I've coached a lot of players in my lifetime, more than you may think I have. And I know what a coach is telling them because I talk to coaches on a day-to-day basis when it comes to white kids. Listen, there be a lot of talented kids that don't play a lick because they won't do the small things. And that's just watching film. Getting in the gym, getting up extra shots. Getting in the gym and working on your dribbling. I'm telling you this for a reason. And so you talk about a pro. If you struggling at the collegiate level, what you think you're gonna do at the pro level? When your favorite college player go to the league and they don't get off the bench, and you wonder why they don't get off the bench, it's because of small things, right? Because hey man, they coach probably told them to do this, that, and the third, and they took it for granted. And then you get to the pros and it don't happen. Hey, tell me, hey, listen, how many LSU players how many players from LSU have Kim put in the league that's in the league right now?
I want to go
right
back.
that's been successful.
I got you. Okay, and I want to go back because Jeremy said it's professionalism. Okay, I want to understand professionalism.
Professionalism is different. I don't think
professionalism for me is how you conduct yourself, being professional with people, right? I don't think when you say not professional, to me, what I saw in my mind was she in there rolling her neck and I ain't doing that and being. That's not what I'm not saying that at all. I don't think that this young lady showed up unprofessional at all. I think that she's a brand. I think that she wants to make money. I think that she understands from being at LSU how to make money. So I don't know that she's not professional as much as she may not know how to prepare. Right? I don't know if she knows how to prepare. And that's what I was asking as far as like, if they telling her to go watch film, did LSU prepare her to be a pro? Does she know how to watch film? Does she know how to critique herself? Does she know how to figure out those things? So this is what I'm saying versus she just some ghetto ass person that showed up in Connecticut being unprofessional and slamming doors and being unwilling to participate. That lack of professionalism to me sounds like that. I'm saying I don't know if she knows how to prepare as a pro, but these are the things that we have pushed back on the LSU program about from the beginning. Do they prepare you to be a pro? That's my question to y'all.
Listen, it's one thing to go click and turn on and watch a game. It's a difference to sit there and break it down play by play and understand what the hell is going on in the play, in the situation, right? And since we've done this in the mention, right? Well, we sat down and I was like, "Hey, stop, go back, hey, stop."
Yeah, if you watch a film and you don't rewind, you ain't watching film.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Stop, rewind." And then I tell you, rewind it like 3 times. Hey, stop. Hey, so I want you to notice what this person is doing while she's in a bad position. If she's a step over, if she's in the lane, this is what should happen. But because she's not, this is why this happens, right? And so it takes you to understand what you're watching. If you don't understand what you're watching, you're never going to be successful at watching film. You think, hey man, just click on, turn the game on. You rewind it one time, you got it right. No, man, you got to rewind it 4 or 5 times and really break it down, slow it down, watch player movement, body movement, understand what sets they in, what the tendencies of what this player is. This is what they're probably telling her to do, and she's not doing it, right? Hey, listen, you got to go up against injuries. I know what you did at LSU. You played against her. Hey, this is a different Angel Reese in the league. Hey, tell me what her tendencies is. If you go out on the court right now, what is her tendencies right now? You're going to listen, and mind you this, you're going to get a scouting report of what this girl does. But you know what a real pro do? No matter what you put on that scouting report, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it for myself. So when I go up against her, hey, I'm gonna make her do something else outside of what the scouting report doing, so it can help me enhance my skill set of what I need to play against this person.
Yeah, that's like Bree Hall saying, you know how I played Booker so good? I was watching YouTube last night. I was studying her tendencies. Yeah, I got the scout. Yeah, we went over to that. But on top of all of that we did as a team, I spent my time studying, doing work, being ready.
The difference with a scouting report, it gives you bullet points, right? Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, focus on 1, 2, 3, 4. It don't give you the whole picture of everything. So if I give you, I give you these 4 bullet points, now it's on you. Hey man, go watch film and see what them other ones look like.
Do you think Tina Charles is showing her? I think Tina Charles is a willing assistant. I think is a willing source for her. I see Tina Charles pouring into everything, pouring into everyone. But
I
You know,
so
I believe that she's showing her as much as she can, but also just sometimes you just don't know what you don't know, and sometimes you just got to tell
look,
people, I don't know. Hey, you know, spend this extra time with me.
the hardest.
You also got to show up too. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
I feel say the hardest thing to say, man. I just don't know, man. Can you show me? That's the hardest thing to do. Because I'm a play like I know, but I really don't know until somebody show me, right?
Why?
But
Because
here's what I say.
people tell you to fake it until you make it, instead of
Yeah,
just saying, "Hey, I don't know, man. Show me real quick." Because if you show
here's
me
what I,
one time, I ain't gonna mess it up no more.
here's
Let's
what I
go.
would tell y'all in this situation. It ain't even about no player. What coaches invested in their staff with her? That's what y'all need to be asking yourself.
Well, and I know we was talking Gamecocks here, but I want to know, do we even know who are the assistant coaches over there with Rashid?
Now I don't, but what I'm telling you is here's how you know what coach invested in,
It
right?
could be the quality of that shit too.
Yeah, you'll know when a coach invests into a player because you'll see that coach always talking to that player, always giving pointers to that player,
I'm
always
glad you
got
said that.
something. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
when
glad you said that.
huh?
I'm glad you said that because nobody. I'm pouring into you. I want you to learn something, but you at the end of the bench and nobody's sitting around you. You know, you see some of these other rookies and there's somebody on this side and this side
Yeah,
just talking to them. And it's like, y'all shut up and let them watch the game. But did you see that? Did you see that? Or they get that the
yeah.
iPad and they looking at I don't see none of that going on in the WNBA. I don't know. Let me know. Am I
So
missing something?
so when you talking about, hey man, how valuable are you? They're telling you how valuable she is to the franchise. If you don't got no assistant coaches pointing to her, even at timeouts, they gonna sneak in, man. Let me get a quick 10 seconds with you. Hey, listen, hey, she made a mistake on the floor. If we put you in the game, hey, listen, all you gotta do is go ahead and do this. Quick to the point, right to it, so she can think about that while she watching the game. Like there are different ways to make stuff happen if they really invested into you. And so when you talk about is they invested into her career, like how some of y'all are more invested into her career than they are invested as a franchise into her career. And I'm trying to say y'all because this is what happens when players come to the league. Like everybody is not a pro to come to the league. Some things you have to learn before you get to the league, how to become a pro. Some of the things you're gonna learn when you're in the pros. And right now, she's learning in the pros what it really takes because LSU didn't get her ready. That's all it's saying. LSU didn't get me ready for me to be where I need to be at, right? Angel Reese is an anomaly in this situation. She just flat out is from LSU, right? She already had a goal. She had already had a dog mentality, no matter in that travel, no matter where she went to. She was an anomaly for LSU. That's why LSU leans on Angel when it comes to certain things. But if you take Angel out of the equation and you put anybody else there from the time Kim's been there at LSU, who has shown you that they could play professional basketball. There ain't been nobody. And she's been there. So you have to take those things into consideration. I'm not just throwing stuff just out there for no reason. But LSU will keep telling you constantly, man, we here to win games. We ain't here to do all that. We here to win games. So what does that look like, right?
So
Are they really investing time you watching film the proper way?
Interestingly enough, there is a former LSU player that is an associate head coach of the Connecticut Sun, Renika Hodges. So Renika Hodges is there. Pascal Angelius, I don't know him, and Ashley McGee are the coaches, assistant coaches. I don't know if you know them, but and then the player development coach is Bak Sawi,
somebody from overseas,
and the head of player development is Chaz Franklin. And then there's Kevin Owens is another player development coach. So there's a lot of development coaches and assistant coaches on the team. I don't know that. So I just don't know if this is the best situation for this young lady at this point. Now that we continue to talk about it.
So what they're telling you is in that situation is that they want to go over. They want to go more foreign than the American players because they have.
So you saying she won't be there next year?
Huh?
You saying she won't be there next year? She'll be one of the unprotected, or they'll trade
possibly in that situation because you have to look. You have to look at how people build their staff, and when you start seeing a lot of foreign coaches, that means they want foreign players because they speak their language. They understand what they're trying to teach them, what they're trying to develop them to do. Not saying it's a bad thing, but it kind of tells you the direction where they want to go because they already have a foreign coach as a head coach.
International coaches are used to coaching international players. They speak the same language. It's easier for them. They come from the same type of playing style. So when you get them together, it's just the same thing that you have to kind of fix with them and tweak versus maybe them trying to make the adjustment coming here. So I get it. When they hired Rashid, I said I expected Connecticut to be a fairly international team, and I think eventually the Golden State Valks are going to be like that as well, and probably the Toronto Tempo. She's from Southside Chicago, could come off as standoffish. Also, it's hard to figure a position to put her in. Too small for the 5 and the 4. Oh yeah, Josh, we said she's a 3.
Hey, what's good, Gerald Box? Hey, listen, man.
Older players not giving the young players PT.
Yeah, hey, but listen, that's across the league though. A lot of these coaches not gonna give younger players PT unless you come in really ready to go, locked in, understanding what's going on. And situations make styles, right? If you look at Washington, the reason why Washington can play their rookies is because they cleaned out their roster and just dropped and knew they was gonna drive rookies. So it benefited them to play their rookies, right? You had Austin, she was already hurt, right? You had Edwards already hurt. So they let Kiki be able to come in and grow in that spot. They didn't have a 3. So Citron came right in and swooped that spot up. They played to what they knew they was drafted. Hey, we know we finna draft 2 players in this position. Hey, let's get rid of everybody that's in that position. Hey, Connecticut didn't do that. Connecticut stopped piling that position where they picked Morrow at. Because they picked Peters, right? So it's like, what you got to look at what people put people in that situation. You can't get mad at where. Hey, listen, the team that drafted you, did they clear the roster spots out right? When Angel Reese came to Chicago, who was their power forward? They didn't have one, so it was easy for her to come in there. They had a 5, but that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like when you get drafted to these franchises, you got to look to see who in front of you already. If somebody in front of you already, hey, you got to come in with your boots on the ground, ready to rock. If you ain't, that's what's gonna happen. And a lot of these head coaches don't want to play rookies, so you better understand the situation where you're going into. You got to do something to make something shine. I'm glad she didn't go to Minnesota because she would have died in Minnesota.
I don't know why. I wouldn't have minded her going to Minnesota.
I would have because
you know why?
I already have a proof of evidence. Diamond
Miller. You know why?
And
you know what's different? Let me tell you what's different. Peely probably won't be in Minnesota next year. But the thing that Peely got to do is Peely got to practice and work with that team and develop in practice all last season, right? So Peely got to see what it takes to get to the championship, right? Peely is on the floor this year. You can say Peely ain't doing nothing, but Peely is on the floor getting run, right? Peely probably won't get picked up and kept at Minnesota, but now she's got experience. She's been to a championship. She's got all of that experience under her belt, and she's going to go to another team and be able to play. Anissa Morrow could have been in that same situation. No problem. You're not getting on the floor, but at least you're there, and I know that you're in a situation where they're developing you. If they hold on to you, if Cheryl Reeves holds on to you and keeps you on her team, she's going to develop you. You're not going to not develop. She's not going to play your ass, but you're not going to not develop. You're going to work in practice. You're going to know. You're going to get all the pro habits that you need to have. You're going to know how to watch film. You're going to know how to assess yourself. You're going to know how to do all of those things. You're going to get that feedback, right? So when you get to the next place you're going, that's fine. The reason that Anissa wouldn't turn into a Diamond Miller is because we have 2 expansions. We got 2 teams that are coming into the league this year, and at least another one that's coming in the next year. So the league is expanding. So you don't turn into a Diamond Miller where you just dying on somebody's bench, because they're gonna not hold on to you at the end of this year, and you're gonna go be in a situation like where the Golden State Valkyries are right now. So you don't die on the bench in this situation, not over the next 2 seasons, but typically in general you would die on the bench if there was an expansion coming. So I get what you're saying, but these are our 2 like one-off years with the CBA and expansion going on. So
I'll
that's
say
the only reason I would push
I'll
that.
say this to you. So here's my question to you: If Morrow was in Minnesota, would people be asking for her to play?
No, because they would know that Cheryl Reeves ain't gonna play her.
All right, then.
Right. I mean, am I wrong?
So
they would know. They would just know, man. She ain't gonna play her.
So here's the reason why I asked this question, right? In one situation, you're not rushing for her to get on the floor. Hey, man, learn everything you need to learn. In another situation, you rushing for her to be on the floor. So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like I told you from the get-go, man, get that girl some time. She needs to play the 3. The 4 to 5, she gonna get killed. In the next 2 years, the size is going to get bigger from the 4 and 5. From what's coming over from overseas, from what's coming out of college, the 4 and 5 position is gonna get big. She needs to understand how to play the 3. Right? I said this from the get-go. But then everybody every day keep coming back. She needs to play. If she was somewhere else, are you speaking the same tone that she needs to come out there and play because she's a number one draft? Because she's a number one, she's a first round draft pick. You're not.
I got it.
So it's not because it's not because it's one team is excellent and the other team has nothing to lose. It's not that. It's the fact that y'all think because she's a first round pick that she's supposed to play, and that's not the case.
Here's the thing, though, Rob. Here's the thing that I get caught up on. Being a high pick in the WNBA is not like being a high pick anywhere else, right? Like the difference in the amount of money from being like a first round pick to a second to a third round pick in the WNBA is like peanuts.
Yep.
So what? She got drafted high. It's not like that. So typically when they say, man, he got drafted high, they paying him all this money and he ain't doing nothing. That girl making about $69,000 a year. She got drafted high. So what? So what? See, the thing about the WNBA and people tend to look at it like just this overall league lens. The thing about the WNBA is it's a lot different than the rest of these leagues. Very rarely. Yeah, nothing's guaranteed, and very rarely do they walk into the WNBA and start and have an impact like that. Like Caitlin Angel, they're one-offs. You don't have them just coming in pace. Those are one-offs. Everybody ain't coming in starting on no team and just going like that. They're not all coming in getting playing time like that. It's not like that. Yeah, they get too caught up on draft position. I agree, especially in the WNBA. It don't matter. What's up, Tiffy and company? What's going on, Cecil? Drafted high. What that mean? Sanaya Rivers was drafted lower and at least get spot minutes. Niche should get some minutes. Hold on. Whoa. First of all, Sanaya Rivers. First of all, what Sanaya Rivers brings to a team versus what Anissa Morrow brings to the team, two very different things. Anissa Morrow gonna bang down low. Anissa Morrow's gonna get the rebound. She can put the shot back. She can put the ball back. Sanaya Rivers can run the point. Right? Sanaya Rivers can run the point. Sanaya Rivers can score. Sanaya Rivers' length on defense on the perimeter gives people problems. She's quick. Her high basketball IQ, and she's fitting in with the team. Like she's doing all of those extra things.
Who has more value? Who has more value?
Sanaya Rivers right now.
That's just a common sense question, right? Why is Sanaya Rivers playing? Because she has more versatility to play 1 through 3 than Anissa Morrow has to just only play, which I quote unquote
3. Y'all want to put her at the 4 and she at 3. Right. Hey, you're right. I didn't even think about putting Rivers at a 3, but she could play the win.
She could play 1 through 3. When you look at it, it depends on she's guarding whoever's the best matchup. If you're at the 3, it's Ryan Howard, she guarding 3. If it's at the 2, you know what I'm saying? She guarding the 2. If it's the 1, she's guarding whoever you quote unquote say the best players on the floor, that's who her assignment is. So when you look at it, she brings more value. So it's easy to play somebody that brings more value on the floor because I'm getting more out of her.
Man. And you talk about if she got a fan base, her fan base want to see her play. Her fan base should tell her to get in the gym. Her fan base should tell her to do what she need to do. Your fan base not be able to be honest with you too. How you not ready, boo?
But and that's the problem. A lot of these people fan base ain't being real about them. Ain't being real to them. That's the problem. Like we gotta make some things make sense, right? Hey man, she should be out there hooping. What value? Listen, I keep telling y'all this. What value does she bring on the floor that is not already on the floor? And until somebody can explain that, then she should be playing more. Anissa Morrow does not bring a lot of more value than what's already on the floor. That's why she's not playing.
Are you saying that Anissa Morrow put the clamps on DeWanna Bonner, who we said is like a shell of herself?
Man, we got to stop it.
That's what Anissa Morrow should be on the floor because she put the clamps on DeWanna Bonner. The coach not using these right. That injury set her back.
Oh, okay, man. so Tim, what should Anissa Morrow be doing? Explain this to me.
Fact, do you want to come up? You want us to drop the link? You want to come up and tell us about how they should be using Anissa? Okay, I'm so interested.
I'm interested in this too because I just don't know where you think she's supposed to be. What you think she's supposed to be hooping at?
I haven't seen Morrow do anything of value yet either. She looks small out there to me too. Bright eyes. That's the same thing I saw. I said, "Ooh, she looks small, man. Get her out that position." PV has done the small stuff with Brunson and Waylon this offseason, and now she's earning her minutes. So I understand Anissa needs to earn her minutes. Yeah, you gotta pay your dues. Like Fagan. Fagan is sitting over there paying dues. Cheer like a mug. Gonna be the best cheerleader this season. I don't know when Fagan gonna see the floor.
But check this out, Cess. When have you seen Anissa Morrow do that on the bench?
I haven't.
Okay. Talk to me.
Coach gave us 2 minutes with Anissa at the end of the game. Here's the thing. Y'all stop talking about what somebody could have gave somebody and fucking earned something. See, it's about earning something in the league. I'm not giving nobody shit. You get a check. Do your job. Earn your money. Give you 2 minutes for what? Earn them. Earn them for what? Give it to you for what? Did you earn it in practice? Did you tell me that you deserved it? Give it to you for what?
Yeah,
I'm sitting there all the time like, damn, man, they could give Fago some run. They could give Fago some minutes, but no, they can't because Fago ain't earned them yet. And as a Gamecock, I got to just be like, damn, Fago, you haven't earned that yet. And this your journey, and we got to walk through it. But I can't be over here like, damn, man, they mismanaging Fago because I ain't seen it.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. What does she deserve? What does she deserve 5-10 minutes? What is the point of putting her out there 5-10 minutes? What's the point? Because you're gonna be disappointed.
She should get 5 or 10 minutes based on what? Being Anissa Morrow? Who has she been to the W? And she should get 5 or 10 minutes over who? Tina Charles? Y'all talk to me.
You know HBO is playing by HBO is playing by default right now, right?
Absolutely. She started at LSU. She played well. She got drafted high, so she should be playing. But it's more to it than that. Hell yeah, it's more to it than that.
Hey, listen, when you trying to bring up HBL is only playing by default. That's the reason why she's playing by default because everybody that's in front of her is hurt. Mo Jefferson's hurt. And Benderson's hurt. If them two wasn't hurt, you wouldn't even see her. Like what? Come on, man. We gotta stop with the nonsense, man.
You would take Anissa Morrow over Michaela Onyewerdi any day?
All right. Go out there and get smoked.
Anissa is playing as well as Aaliyah Edwards right now. Show me the tape. Because is she playing or is she not playing? So she playing as good as Aaliyah Edwards or she ain't getting no minutes on the floor. Y'all let me know.
Man, y'all gotta make that.
What did Tahina Pow Pow say? Be ready when my name called. Whenever they call it, be ready. All I can do is keep coming to the gym, working, and be ready when my name is called.
Y'all are funny. Y'all funny, man, boy. Man.
I didn't say that Niece is Maddie Westbell, but Niece hasn't. She ain't earned it. Tell me your favorite Anissa Morrow moment from the season. I'll wait. Tell me your favorite Anissa Morrow highlight with the minutes that she was out there. Tell me. Aaliyah Edwards' spot minutes look just as bad as Anissa Small playing time. Aaliyah Edwards is coming back off a back injury.
Hey, to be honest with you, she ain't even playing spot minutes. They got a full rotation over there. They playing a 4-man rotation over there big.
Yeah, she get out there on the floor with Kiki and them. Like, they really figuring it out.
Yeah.
Ain't the same thing.
That's a bad comparison right there.
And plus, hey, somebody said that they may be getting ready to move off Aaliyah Edwards. All the highlights they got is a shooting attempt at the 3. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? She not getting enough playing time to have a moment. Here's the thing. Y'all stop telling me about what somebody get and tell me about what the fuck somebody earned. I'm about earn. You don't get nothing. Get for what? You earn them minutes. This is the hardest league to make. This is the hardest league to make it in. Y'all got to start talking to me about real basketball. Y'all got to start talking to me about real stuff. Y'all got to start talking to me about how pro stuff really works. Give her some minutes. Why?
How can you get? But I'm just all right. So check this. This is being real.
Okay, so here's the thing. You telling me that she hustles very well. She's better than most of the players. But I asked you to tell me about where she did it at, and then you told me she ain't played. The coach trusted her in the 4th, and she gave DB Turner, Dantas the business. Okay, so that was a matchup that they saw that they could take advantage of her with. They haven't seen any more of those. So I mean, y'all tell me about the game that Anissa Moore would have won for him. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Edwards is the odd man out. To me, if I'm them, maybe Edwards would like to go home to Toronto. So maybe I would see if I could trade Edwards for that draft pick or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the first pick from me. Let me get
that first pick. I'm trying to send Edwards home to anchor the Toronto team. Let me get that first round draft pick.
Let me get that first pick off of you.
If I'm them, that's how I'm moving.
You don't need
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back to this Fever win and see all of this Denise did. What was her stat line in that game? She was big in that win, in that Fever win.
Man, hey, hold on, man. You about to make me go look it up
on 6'8", 17 minutes, 2 points. Is that the game y'all talking about? Anissa showed out versus the bench in Atlanta. Connecticut doesn't beat Atlanta without Sanaya or Anissa defense. Plus, Nice made a clutch post up to put Connecticut in the lead. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sold, Tiffy, but okay. It's time for y'all Aces fans to have a conversation about Chelsea Gray. We do a show weekly on the Aces. We very honest about Chelsea and everything. On 6-6, 13 minutes, 3 points. How many minutes y'all want us to give her? How many more minutes y'all want me to give her? Let me know.
Did we really just use this Indiana game where she only scored 2 points?
Yeah, they said she clamped DeWanna Bonner. As if DeWanna Bonner been the hooper for Indiana. As if DeWanna Bonner
only played 2 minutes. She only played 2 minutes in the game. What the hell are we talking about?
Rob, she played 17 minutes and had 2 points. She had a 13-minute game with 3 points. Suns don't score enough and their defense is deplorable.
Man, come on, man. Y'all, like, if y'all gonna come and say if you gonna come and say something, man, please have some respectable game.
I'm with you, Nicole. I know them moral stats. That's why I'm reading them back. I'm waiting to see if those are the games that they want me to go look at.
She scored 2 points in 2 minutes, and you telling me she was clamping something up? Man, come on, dog. We gotta do better than this, man.
Tiffy, it's not. Here's the thing. It's not about what she's with the vets on her team. It's about the matchup. It's about the matchups that she can't take advantage of when she's on the floor with the teams that they would be playing against. Like at a 4, she's not gonna outplay Angel. She's not gonna outplay Alyssa Thomas. She's not gonna outplay Asia. She's not gonna outplay. She's too small in that position. Put her at the 3 and run her.
You know when you talk about plus and minus, everybody tell you that's her best game. She's always a minus in those games. Like, what value? This is why I always ask you, what value does she bring on the floor that we already don't have on the floor?
If they was already plus 20 when she got on the floor, and then they was plus 23 when she left, don't miss me with the plus minus of plus 23. Miss me if they was already up. Now if they was down and then she blew, she took us up to a 23-point lead. Talk to me about that. But
no, I'm just saying in general, like. Every time they try to tell you what her best game is, it's been a negative.
But I'm saying they'll tell me that she had a plus minus of 23. But when she got in the game, we was up 20. When she left out the game, we was up 23. So
plus 3.
Come on, y'all. It was only a 3-point difference. Come on, y'all, stop. Would you sit Kia Stokes for her? Hell no. Kia Stokes plays the 5. There's no way that I would line Anissa Moore up at the 5. Hell no.
So you want to get even smaller. We go from 6'3" to 6 foot, man. Oh man, we ain't doing nothing like that.
Yeah, Pau had 16 and 17 minutes for sure.
Oh, this is man.
No, there's no way I would sit her for Kia Stokes.
Hey, can she go get you 14 rebounds?
Here's what Kia does though. She stands about 4 inches taller than Anissa Moore.
All right, man. See, we gotta stop talking. We gotta stop talking and having this conversation right now. Hey, listen.
That dog can't even get on the floor.
Hillman, like, will outplay Anissa every day, twice on Sunday. Like, You shouldn't even put that name in there, man. Come on now.
Kia, listen, Anissa Morrow, she has to play at the 3, y'all. She can't play the 4 or the 5.
I listen, Tiff. You can't teach dog. I'm still waiting on that dog. You know, Tiff. I'm glad you here. I'm glad you here, right? Because you can't teach dog, right? Well, why when it was a dog on the floor yesterday, she didn't check into the game? Tell me that. I'll wait.
Matter of fact, Rob said they ain't checked into any game that it's a dog. Matter of fact, he told me every time it's a dog on the floor, she gets a DNP. So
tell me about when she checked in to play against
what is she? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Do y'all think she's hooping in practice and they like, nah, we gonna save you?
Hey, listen,
man.
Tell me about a time when she faced against a dog and did something against a dog in the league.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the only way.
She played against Chicago, right?
Let me say this. The only way I'm gonna revisit this conversation is that she comes back and she's a dog at the 4. Because what I'm telling you right now is she's not a dog at the 4 in the WNBA. So unless she shows up a dog at the 4 in the WNBA, ain't nothing to revisit. If she goes and turns into a dog at the 3, I told you so. She's not big enough for the 4. Go ahead.
I listen. I just want to know when she played against a dog and she was a dog. I don't want to hear nothing about this dog and you ain't played against no dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't even make sense. If you a dog, you want to play against other dogs. Your coach won't even check you in against other dogs. When you playing against other teams, they got a dog at their 4. Your coach don't even check you into the game.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Angel by calling Anissa Angel 2.0. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Angel with that bullshit. I just told y'all Angel went and got a triple-double yesterday. Second youngest in WNBA history and the fastest to do it. Anissa Morrow is not fucking that. She's not that. Stop that. What Angel Reese is in this league is way more special than what y'all want to give her credit for. Stop playing.
And Angel Reese is almost 4 inches taller than Anissa Morrow, too, also.
Stop playing with me. Anissa Morrow is not Angel 2.0. Miss me with that bullshit. And when you write shit like that, put a receipt with it. Tell me why. Tell me why. And then y'all go tell me, oh, she got all them double doubles in the SEC. What did it turn into? She didn't go to LSU and get not one championship. Angel went to LSU and left that bitch with a championship. Anissa Morrow left LSU last year losing games that Angel won the year before. Stop playing with me. She's not the next Angel. Let her be Anissa Morrow. That's the other problem. Y'all keep trying to make her Angel Reese. She's not that. Give Angel her credit for who she is. Number one, Anissa Morrow is not. She doesn't pour into her players like Angel. She's not a vocal leader like Angel. She ain't gonna hit you in your chest and get you going like Angel. What LSU was missing last year was Angel. Period.
Hey, Tip, you just stop talking basketball, man. You just stop talking basketball. She's not Rakia. Rakia is a flat out legit 6'2", 6'3".
I'm cutting the camera off on that shit, bro. Now Anissa Morrow is Rakia Jackson? Man, bro.
Hey, man, we gotta stop. Bro. Hey, listen.
Man, Rakia Jackson's nasty work. Danner gave us 32 times. Anissa Morrow ain't that. Man, I better miss me with this bullshit. Tiffy, you related to Niece? Y'all gonna tell me that's your first cousin.
Yeah, man.
Then I'll understand the real fight for it, cuz.
Bro, Rakia is a bad person. Yeah,
that's a horrible take, Tiffy. I ain't never seen you reaching now. You ain't cooking though. You ain't cooking. Shit burning up right now, Tiffy. Shit burning up. There's smoke coming out the house and around this motherfucker. You ain't cooking right now, honey. You ain't cooking now. Come on now.
I listen. Last time I checked, Rakia ain't getting blown by off the dribble.
Rakia's out here telling people they too little. Give her a chance. Here, what other chance do she need?
Hey, listen, y'all giving us these poor examples. We just telling you what it is. If y'all not giving these horrible takes, we wouldn't even be talking about this. Y'all brought her name up. We didn't bring her name up. We here talking about Gamecocks. Y'all talking about she need to play more. For what? We already told you, hey man, chill out, man. Let the kid grow.
Hey, Josh, here's the thing. She was out there 13 minutes. And she got three points. What the fuck was she gonna do with two? What the fuck was she gonna do with 2 more minutes? What was she gonna do with 2 more minutes? The Rakia defense needs work, but Anissa Morrow ain't Rakia. You could point out everything that Rakia need to work on. You ain't gonna point at shit at that Rakia that's the same as Anissa. I don't give a damn what you talking about. She ain't that.
One thing I could point out is she's not getting beat like a drum on defensive end. Go pull up the tape and go watch it. Her length that she has is not what Morrow has, and she's playing on the wing. Well, we're telling you where Morrow needs to play at, which will be beneficial for her.
Here's out there. I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing that I keep saying. Can't nobody get nothing. Can she earn it? We'll find out. Can't get nothing. Ain't giving nobody anything. Gamecocks, we gotta finish up. We gotta get ready to get out of here too. I got now with the sound off coming up. We're gonna talk about Angel Reese. What y'all gonna say now? But before we get out of here, we got a couple more Gamecocks we got to talk about.
Yeah, we got to talk about a couple more Gamecocks before we get about this thing.
Ty Harris out with the knee injury. Now we done went to just hard over height. Now we just hard over height.
Yeah, man, stop talking to me about hard. Stop talking to me about dog. Just stop talking to me about Anissa Morrow, period. Because you're not. There's nothing that you're going to say to me that's going to change my mind about her until she gets some pro habits about her. I don't know how many times she has to get some pro habits about her. She don't got them right now. It's okay. Let her get some pro habits and understand what it means to be a pro. Because she clearly didn't get it at LSU. And she was there for 2 years. So she didn't get it at LSU on how to become a pro and what it takes to be a pro. Let her become a pro or whatever that looks like. And then come back and talk to me. Because right now, she don't got it. She don't understand it. She don't understand that she has to do the small thing to get on the floor. Let's keep it a buck. When she understands how to do the small things, she will get more minutes. Until that time, don't even have a conversation about her. Just let her be. Let her live her own life. And if you want to be a fan of her, go be fanned out with her. But I'm telling you right now, until she starts doing the small things, she's not getting on the court. You ain't gotta. You can disagree with me. You can believe me. Whatever you want to do. You can ask any coach right now. If you don't do the small things, I can't trust you to be on the floor. That's just what it is.
It's unfortunate for her.
It ain't unfortunate for her. It's just who she is.
No. What I was going to say is it's unfortunate for her that they continue to want her to play at the 4 and are not willing to discuss putting her at the 3, where I think she could be more effective. Anissa, the next KB at the 4. I hope not. Ty Harris out for the season.
I don't think people get it. The league is about to become bigger at the 4 and the 5 position over the next couple of years from overseas and from college. And you keep trying to put her in a position where she's going to be little at. Man, put her at the 3. That's what she's going to end up being.
Now Tiffy talking about when she gets some minutes at the 3. Man, ain't that what we've been saying all morning? Thanks for finally coming on around to our side, Tiffy. Y'all was sitting there telling me about how she was Angel 2.0 and everything. She not. Haley Jones got minutes, plenty of opportunity to show up. Couldn't make her game translate to the next level. Sound like Haley Jones got a good agent. all the chances she was getting. Anissa's problem is that she's not a 4.
And
so Ty is out. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so Ty is out for the season. Who am I forgetting? Anybody else? Letitia and me here. LA should make her.
No, she played
back tomorrow.
No, LA played. She played the last game.
I don't know why. Damn, I thought she was gonna make her debut tomorrow night. Okay, so LA is back.
Yeah, she played spot minutes in the win. They played zone. They played the zone a lot when she was out there. She went and got some baskets. She was looking solid out there. But I think her minutes will get increased. She's got a couple weeks to show it off, right? Because of the American Cup or whatever they call it cup. But she went overseas and played, so that's all. She good.
And then on a side note, not in the WNBA, but also some Gamecocks gonna get on this month. Bree Hall, Destiny Henderson, both in the 3XB coming up June 25th. What you think about that?
Man, it's a good look for them, man. The show that they're still ready. They're still in shape, ready to go. They should be on the WNBA roster, but you know how that goes. What I'll say to you is it's going to be a lot of transaction moving as far as players coming in and out over the next couple of weeks. So it's gonna be a lot of hiring, a lot of firing over these next couple of weeks. Hopefully you're still employed after the Eurobasket stuff over with. From all the people that's playing overseas, and some people from overseas gonna get some jobs. So the biggest thing right now is, man, you just hope that players stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. But if they don't, what I'm saying, just hope I hope Sport Gamecocks get some calls. And I truly believe Bree will do service if she's on one of these teams, but no, she's not. But it's what it is. Just keep grinding, keep working, and you get to see it. And you get to see Henny still putting in the work, doing what she do best. So it's a good look for them.
You got Asia coming back tomorrow?
Yeah, I got Asia coming back tomorrow.
What to expect from Asia?
Well, see, we got three. I want to say we got 3 games this week. We got tomorrow, Friday, Sunday. I want to say that's the schedule. So I think she does come back against them. I think she has a solid game. But we shouldn't have to play as many minutes as we played her, because we should be building off the last 2 games that we've had. A win and a loss, but we should be building off of those 2 games and not put a heavy load on her.
I'm biased. I'm a diehard Gamecock, so I want all of us in the league. We know we is too. Let's see. Anissa's like a better Mick. Mick looks bad at the 4, but she's a solid bench player at the 3. Coach is misusing her right now. Even Cheryl Swoop said the Connecticut coach is confused.
I think Cheryl Swoops is confused too.
I mean, here's the thing though. Coming out of college, I was saying Anissa Morrow is not a 4 in this league, and everybody's like, "Yeah, she is." Y'all killed me in the chat about that.
Nah, I said that before they even drafted her. That's a bad move.
No, I'm saying LSU. I was telling them, man, she needs to be someplace, and this is the same thing I'm saying about Cody McMahon. Cody McMahon. I hope that they're gonna let her run some 3 at Ole Miss so that she can show that she can do that, because Cody is gonna need to be a 3 in the league too. Michaela's definitely a 3. They need to let that 4 thing go. But so one of the things that DeJounte was saying, and I wonder, is this why sometimes people are so dead set on making people 4s? Because DeJounte was talking about everything in the WNBA goes through the 4, runs through the 4 for you to be successful. It runs through the 4, and so that means you the most involved. And so I don't know if that's why people are so interested in being the 4, but I think that's changing here soon. Can Anissa handle the ball well? She did some ball handling at the ball. I don't remember enough to give a grade though.
The reason why the 4 is so much successful is because you're running more your pick and roll action with the 4. You're pick and pop action with the 4. Your 4 is the person that's really creating more of the action for mismatches off the floor. So, in the league wise, and I don't understand this with the league, why they don't go a lot of guard to guard action, and make switches with the guards, and they always go with the 4. Because sometimes when you make switching with a 4, you're actually switching to almost damn near a better defender that's longer on you. So it makes no sense. But when you talk about the actual 4 and the W, all the action really runs through the 4. That's why the best players in the W, far as bigs, play the 4 spot. And that's why it's hard for a player that's undersized to play the 4, because the best players in the world that play in the W play at the 4 spot.
This is correct.
But what do I know? You know what I'm saying? You just watch basketball, right?
Who's the biggest challenge? Who's the biggest challenge of the week for us? Did you look at that? You got an opinion on that? Is there a game you're looking forward to?
For Vegas, I mean, I always say the next game. I always say the next game is our toughest game, right? Which is Minnesota, right? The next game on the schedule is our toughest game. I don't like looking forward. I like, man, whatever the next game is, that's our hardest game until we accomplish the task and move forward.
Yeah, if Anissa gets to the 3, Tiffy, I don't doubt that she can be something. If they leave Anissa at the 4, they're setting her up for failure.
She's gonna die at the 4.
They're setting her up for failure. So I think we went up the mountain and around to get to the same spot. But
so Tip, here's what I'll tell you. I think Mara already understands that she needs to play the 3 right now. You just don't understand that she knows that she has to play the 3. She's figuring it out as she go on each game. that, hey, I got to play the 3. I got to develop my game. That's why you seen her shooting outside shots when she came in and she checked into the game. The last time she checked into the game, that's why you seen her take a lot more outside shots because she understands that she's going to have to play the 3. Just saying. Just gotta just be patient, you know what I'm saying, and just take what they give you. Whatever they tell you, wherever she's showing you, that's what they already got the idea of what they look like. And you know why I'm telling you to play the 3? Here's why I'm telling you to play the 3. If she plays the 3, she could be just like Laney that's in New York, where you get a smaller guard on, you put him in the post, or you can stay outside and shoot the ball, right? That'd be a more ideal situation of what you would want her to look like. Or as, hey man, you become a better defender, you can shoot the ball from the outside. If you get somebody too small, you can put them in a post and you can go to work. That's a good ideal situation for her. That's why I'm telling her to play the 3, because a perfect comp for her would be Laney Hamilton that plays in New York.
They move Asia to a game time decision. Okay, well, I mean, that still gives her a chance. That still gives her a chance to get on the floor.
That's what I said. She's probably going to play Tuesday. The reason is that if they wasn't playing Minnesota, I don't think she plays, because they're playing Minnesota and they on the road. I think she probably feel obligated to play. Yeah, she probably feel like she got to play. I ain't gonna hold you. She don't want to sit out. That's the biggest thing. She only sat out the last game because she had to.
No hooper ever want to sit out. Russell, what's going on over there? Bring the facts to the chat on Instagram. Appreciate you holding down. Y'all make sure y'all run the likes up on both of these platforms. Make sure y'all are subscribed to both platforms. Smash that bell so you don't miss the next drop. Right, what you got coming up for the rest of the day?
Man, I might do a buff show today. I'm thinking about it. Doing the Colorado Buff show. And then we got hoops tomorrow, so I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna be some hoops going on, so we're gonna be talking some hoops. But outside of that, man, really nothing, man. Just chilling.
All right. I got now what the sound off coming up with nephew. Welcome to HDI TV. We're gonna talk about Angel Reese, the triple double. What they gonna say now? What else I got coming up? Now joining the conversation with Coach Rowe. And we got book club tonight. Y'all supposed to be read through chapter 10, so we're gonna catch up. And see, she just have to work on her game or she won't play. She knows that. I'm sure that they're telling her what she got to do. Nisa been shooting outside shots. I said from last year, Nisa will be a 3 in the dub. Nisa will be better than Benaya. I'm keeping her at Rakia and use Natasha Howard play. So the last thing I'm gonna ask, since we want her to be a 3, Tina Charles wouldn't necessarily be the best person to point to her because Tina don't play the 3. Who would be that player on Connecticut that she should be working with? Is there a vet there that can help her with that? Is it Mabry?
Maybe we can, but you know what? She's already took another look under the wing.
So you saying Anissa need to try to get? They need to try that too. Turn that twosome into a threesome. They need to turn into TLC in this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
She better try to get in the group. Because
I think
Rivers and Mabry is the duo. Is another duo I didn't know I needed. Man, the hip hop class took me out. Did y'all see them do the hip hop class? Oh God, it took me out. Bro, if you ain't seen that video of them doing that hip hop class, talking about Rivers and Mabry, please check them out. Rob say he on the union time. His time is up.
Yeah, man. Time is up, man.
Time is up. Yeah, we get ready to get out of here. Back in about 20 minutes. Rob, I appreciate you pulling up and hanging out with us. Hot takes. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.